What up, fam? Still on the beast side of this long Sunday morning walk. Got my Papa Bear shirt on. I'm a dad boy. You know what? Something I was thinking about. I love these walks because I just thinking about different experiences in life, whether it's something I read, whether it's a class I took or a workshop I did, consulting project I had, clients I've worked with, rough situations I've been in, whatever it is, like the whole gamut of this life. Something I was thinking about is actually this post I had on LinkedIn last week, I don't know, Thursday or Friday or something. And in March of 2020, this episode of this show called IQ Smart Parent aired that I was featured on. I recorded that episode in January of 2020. So it was like right before the pandemic broke off, right? And I had just started this podcast that I haven't gotten back to yet. And I was really getting some research projects in order through IRB, which is this process that we send any research project where there are human participants involved to make sure we're not taking advantage of human participants because of things like the Tuskegee experiments and sterilization protocols in certain states like North Carolina and, the Holocaust. So we have IRB to make sure that we're not being horrible people. Anyway, had a bunch of stuff going, right? Pandemic really killed that, put an end to that. Just starting to get that going again. But when I was on this episode at WQED, which is a Pittsburgh affiliate of PBS, it's actually the same station where Mr. Rogers was filmed. And the episode that I recorded was in Studio A, which is where Mr. Rogers was filmed. I got a picture standing in front of the original set. So anyway, I'm on this episode of IQ Smart Parent, and I'm talking about soft skills. Now, they labeled this as the soft skills crisis. I don't know about that language, about crisis, but there is this issue surrounding soft skills, I would say. Part of it is the way that soft skills look is changing, it's expanding. Communication is not just verbal, it's not just written, it's not just written digitally anymore. It's also in these digital social media channels, just as I'm doing right now. And it looks different. And so the older folks, myself and folks older than me, get a little concerned because the ways that we see some of the younger folks communicating don't line up with our expectations of what communication is supposed to look like. And in light of picking up some strengths in other areas and some of these other mediums of communication, it does come at some of a sacrifice to more traditional ways of communicating. For example, phone conversations do not have the same culture around them now. How many people can you just randomly call without notice and planning today in the Lord's year of 2023, right? I'm 40 years old. When I was a kid, randomly call people all the time. That was the norm. And text messaging used to be more like email in the sense of you send a message, you get a response when you get a response. But now, texting is a live conversation very often. People don't like getting left on red. Oh, let me say this to you also. Y'all folks who have friends that are married and or have kids or in a long-term committed relationship and or have kids, our time is not the same. And I'm saying this to a lot of folks who know and love me. Y'all, you text me, got a lot of things I'm doing, got a business, got projects within that business, got a dissertation, got side projects, have a wife, have children, I got myself. That's even before I get to my extended family and friends. So y'all, when you text these folks who have kids, we don't always reply properly, okay? Then I'm ADHD on top of that. Anyway, I've totally lost train of thought here because I was thinking about this whole dynamic of the busyness of work and all that and how this culture behind some of these things have changed. But One of the things I was thinking about with that post, let me switch my arms here, y'all. One of the things I was thinking of, I mentioned this post that I put on LinkedIn, right? I was on WQED, that IQ Smart Parent show, talking about soft skills. And so what I saw at the university a lot is that I had these students in College of Sciences, brilliant. A lot of them had amazing soft skills. And I don't even like the term soft skills because it implies that they're somehow weaker, because that mentality we have in the US, at least in other places, of soft is weak. Soft ain't weak. Soft doesn't mean weak. It just means lighter, right? Or some other versions, derivatives of that word. Anyway, these skills, they're not soft, they're essential. Tech skills change, they evolve. Jobs get automated as technology improves. Look at Detroit, right? Whew, that got a little shaky there, right? Look what happened with Detroit. It happens in other areas as well. But soft skills remain consistent. You have to not just understand how to communicate verbally, in writing, how to follow directions, how to manage yourself and your time, which means managing your emotions as well, and all these other dynamics. You have to keep up with the ways that technology enhance and change communication, whether that's chat GPT, right? Or text or email, social media messaging, whatever it is, it changes the dynamics for how people generate leads, how people share and disseminate information, right? How people educate the masses during a pandemic, how presidents give their insights and agendas for what they're doing. I think we've seen that Twitter gets used a lot more and other social media platforms. So the thing is, yeah, soft skills get pushed to the side because people say STEM. A lot of times we just think in one dimension, or maybe two at most, without understanding that it's important to have technical skills. But those technical skills need to be malleable for a world that is dynamic and not static, which also means you need to have those soft skills. The soft skills are first, the tech skills are second. Soft skills also means that you understand how to teach yourself. That's a soft skill, right? Because being able to communicate is also being able to listen. Being able to listen is being able to take in information and process that information. Ask questions to make sure you understand. Find resources to get deeper to solve your query that you have. And then synthesizing that information, which means interpreting your own understanding of it after you've educated yourself. Those are soft skills. Pretty important. We want to apply them to technical situations. All right. That was Rip. Just thinking about that because it's important for our career development, which is important for our mental health, which is important for us as we keep on walking. That's right. Let's get it, y'all.